This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.
All right, folks, welcome to Yak Radio with Dave Stahl, FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
Woohoo! This always makes my day when this young lady comes in. That is Britney, the racing driving school teacher, Sandoval. Hey, this segment is brought to you by San Diego Propane. If you live in East County, you couldn't get a better propane provider. SD-propane.com. SD-propane.com. Call them, 619-460-1705. That's right. They only do East County, but it's well worth the money. West Escondido Auto and Trans, 4 locations. I could tell you about them all, but Napa Auto Care, ASE certified, AAA approved. Go to westautomotivegroup.com. Well, young lady, how are you today? You look so nice after your mask.
The mask.
And we got that from Miss Finger.
Jenny.
Yes.
Finger.
From last week.
Yes,
and
thank
she
you,
has
Jenny.
her own product line. I splashed a little aftershave on.
Michelle let you out of the house.
Yes,
with
she
that.
did. It's very
Ladies,
nice.
stay away. Lock the doors, Brendan.
It's very nice, I have to admit, because I always wear Obsession. I've been wearing it for more years than I care. It's for men, okay? But I thought I'd give this a shot, and it was very nice. So how you been?
Well, you said you have to admit. Can I confess something?
Sure you can.
I'm going to thank you for that compliment. And listeners, the reason is I told him I was going to do a mask.
And you didn't
last
do
night,
it?
And I found myself behind the keyboard. I have not sat down behind my keyboard or piano in
you
a
actually
long time.
the music part
and
of it.
4 hours passed by nonstop. So I didn't get to the mask, but I just really was enjoying the compliment.
But you still look great.
And I really was planning on
maybe
doing the mask.
music had something that,
you know what?
because music is
Well, that soothes
enlightening
my soul.
and now was it songs you'd already known?
That's so funny. I really feel like I am glowing, but it's because of
You
the music.
are.
Yeah, that's so funny.
So what were you playing? I mean, Sprung Monkey stuff or
So listeners, I haven't told them anything about the piano until just right now. It was actually a Sprung Monkey song. I can't believe you said that.
Well, it's like, how long did you sing for the Sprung Monkeys?
I'm in the side project called Chemistry. It's totally different. Sprung is like punk, even though he says it's not. And
what's he say it is?
I don't know, because it's punk.
It's punk.
Kind of in your face, kind of 90s punk.
Yeah, it is definitely in your. But the one that Brendan plays, I love that song.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. So Chemistry is the side project, and it's kind of, I say, it's a different side of Steve. He loves Christina Aguilera. He loves Bruce Springsteen. He loves, his favorite one.
Oh, my God.
Bridge Over Water. Simon and Garfunkel. He loves Simon and Garfunkel. Yes.
Because none of his stuff is Simon and Garfunkel.
No, well, then he loves Black Sabbath. Like, don't get me wrong. So this, I always say, is like the softer, more mature side of him is the project I'm in called Chemistry.
Really?
I don't know. I hope to revamp it. Anywho.
And what did the dogs think?
That's funny you say that because Mikey, the puppy.
Because none of them have heard you sing.
No, they have not heard it amplified. So I was just learning the keyboard parts. Just for fun. Like, he was off with his buddies playing poker. And
yeah, but what did the dogs think?
He kept running to the amplifier. It was he'd run to it and then, like, look, the little tilt of the head.
The RCA
Yeah,
dog?
like, yes. And then he'd run away, and then he'd run back, and then he'd run away, and then he'd hop on my lap and play. His paws got up on the keys. But
well, of course.
I felt so good, and that's how it used to be.
When's the last time you did that? How long ago? That long?
Yeah, I mean, but I started racing because I stopped playing. Our chemistry kind of just dissolved, not in a bad way at all. It's just Steve started touring with Suicidal Tendencies.
Sure.
And it just one of our guitarists went off to England, and our drummer moved to Texas to play every night, and it just kind of dissolved happily. And then the offer to race just happened within less than a year. But I've always said I will go back to getting behind the keyboard and getting back on stage.
How long did you just take it right back up like as if you hadn't stopped?
So I have a good ear, and I was just listening to a song, and I was like, oh, I'm going to learn the synthesizer parts and the keyboard and that sort of stuff. And I probably listened to the song 50 times, probably played it 50 times.
Really?
Yeah. It just felt good.
And folks, and the only reason this is important is because you have to find a way to get through today.
Absolutely.
Because today is totally messed up.
You know,
and if you can't find an outlet, then you need to work on finding
it will save you.
outlet. It will.
An outlet will save you.
That's right. All these suicides would never happen if people had outlets. Because what did you say? 4 hours?
4 hours just flew by.
And it went, well, look at when we do radio.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost the same thing.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's important for folks, for you to understand it, and you need to relay that to your kids.
And model it. If you have kids, model whether you're still searching for it. And if you have found it, model it. And if they find it, embrace it and help them. And they may not, it might not be the first or second or seventh thing you pursue.
Right. Sure.
But keep trying. Because I know for me, it's being physical. Like if I'm having a really bad day, I need to go hike Cowles Mountain. I need to like beat myself up that way.
Oh, okay.
Or get behind the piano, or lots of people just listening to music, because music can speak for you if you're having trouble putting your emotions into words or even expressing yourself. I think that's why music moves so many people, because whether the lyrics or the sound, the music itself, they're like, that's how I feel, I'm not alone.
Why do you think I'm so into American Idol? I know it sounds crazy.
What is it? Is it the stories? The backstories?
It's the backstories. It's the singing.
I get jealous. Like, honestly, I wish I could sing.
I know, me too.
And express how I'm feeling with words. I've tried. This is going to shock you and all of our listeners. I probably won't make it as a rapper.
But
I like when I'm feeling angst and stuff, I put it down to words, and often it is rap. And I have actually sat down with GarageBand and recorded. I've written all the music, and then the last layer is the vocals, and I'm like, you choked. Like, I can't. I know it's shocking that a 50-year-old white woman isn't going to make money rapping, but I wish I could.
I know.
Because it feels so good in that back bedroom when I'm letting it out.
Well, I have to tell you, I've never done karaoke except once.
Ooh, what was your song?
I don't even remember because I was slightly hammered.
Oh, attaboy.
But let me tell you, I don't think I've ever blurted out as loud as I did, and it felt so good. And I don't think anybody can understand it until they try it, don't you think?
I agree. I think that's why so many people sing in the car and the shower.
Well, exactly. And then all these lovely folks at karaoke, and you're sitting there going, really? You know.
But if you've done it, you understand why they're having a good time.
Well, yeah, and I know I didn't sound good. I know I didn't sound, but man, and it was with Kia of all people.
Oh my gosh!
And they
all the other professionals in the car world.
No, we were on a stage. We had music. We had, oh my goodness, it was.
Well,
so
hopefully everybody else was a little enamored.
So now you have your second backup besides racing.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was just talking to my mom yesterday, and she's like, if and when there's an end to racing, she's like, we always have to be active. My mom and dad are the same way.
Sure.
She's like, what are you going to do next? And I immediately knew. I've already thought about it. I have to be diving into something, and I will be diving back into music. And I know Steve will be happy about that.
I think it was a good break for you.
It wasn't my choice. I had to fill the void, and it was an amazing opportunity that fell on my lap. Hey, you want to race my car?
Yeah, right. I mean, hello.
I really couldn't ask for anything better.
Who doesn't want that to happen?
And nothing's going to rival racing My Little Dwarf.
No.
Nothing is going to rival. But writing music and then performing it and sharing it is
and then if
right
somebody likes it, it's
that's even better.
Oh my
and
God.
I tell Steve that I don't ever want to ask anybody if they like it. To me, it's more sincere if someone comes up to me on their own and says, wow.
Or if they come back.
Yeah.
That's the key.
And you don't know them. Like, it's not a friend who thinks they owe you.
Well, it's like when I've emceed events and then people come up to me clean and say, great job, man. I really appreciate what you did. It means everything in the world. You maybe, because no one's harder on ourselves than ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. You're listening to Yak Radio with Dave and Britney on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
All right, folks. Welcome back to Yak Radio with Dave Stahl on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
South Bay Auto House. If you have a Mercedes-Benz and you're tired of going to the dealer, These guys will take care of you just like family. 619-422-6252. South Bay Auto House, over 25 years experience. All the technicians are factory trained. They have their own parts department. You're not going to have to wait for parts, and they'll get you in and out. And if you're thinking about trading your Mercedes in on a new one, give them a shot. They might give you more money. That's South Bay Auto House. Check them out. Bumper Dock Santee, scratches, dings, and dents. Go check out Angel. That girl is an absolute sweetheart. Never been in the business before, but boy, is she awesome. She'll take care of you just like family. Go to SanteeBumperDock.com for everything from window tinting to headlight restoration to body work, pinstripe, paintless dent repair. These guys are amazing. SanteeBumperDock.com. So we were talking a little bit about things you need to do to get through the day. And we talked about the fact that Britney used to sing and play. Oh, you didn't sing?
It's mostly keyboards, backup singer, but it's nothing worth writing home about.
So we were talking about American Idol because she asked me, what is it about? Because I can't sing or play, and I always wanted to. I really
want to be able to sing.
I wanted to even be able to play an instrument.
Did you try anything?
Yeah, I tried the guitar one time, and that was...
Did we give up too soon?
Yes. Well, I didn't have any training. I was just banging on it. But if any of you folks out there are American Idol fans,
like Dave,
tonight's the night. I've already got my box of Kleenex right next to my chair, and we have a gentleman from Hawaii.
Yeah.
His name,
I am Tongi.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
There's something about his voice. I mean, it literally almost cheers me up just to even think about him.
So regarding him, music, I think, saved him.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
It's definitely an outlet.
Because he lost his dad.
He's very close. His father taught him, right, how to play.
And he's got this weird little guitar with the hole in the center of it, which was his dad's.
Oh yeah, remember it broke?
It broke.
I watch it. It's just I don't watch anything faithfully except KUSI in the mornings when I drink coffee.
And he was devastated.
Couldn't play.
I know. But he's in the running. There's him and then two others.
Oh, do you know who?
One of them is country western. I can't
guy
think.
Or girl?
Is a guy. And he's really, really good too. And then
with
there's
the long eyelashes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's one girl. Isn't that funny? The only one that really sticks out. And if he doesn't win, I'm going to be really, really
I
depressed.
told Steve at the very beginning because his first interview, our audition. We were blown away, and I go contact him now before he gets too big. He is
he's
from Hawaii,
just
just like Steve. And I was like, you're a musician, Steve. Like, reach out, tell him you're going to support him, whether he goes far or not.
Right.
Because we could see.
Well,
how
you could
good
get to him today. You can't get to him if he wins.
I don't even know if you can get to him today.
Well,
not like you could a couple months ago.
But there's something about, and you know more music than I do, but there's something about his vocal tone that is mind-boggling. He'll take a song that we've all heard 100 times and puts a twist on it.
Even this last one, Was It Wonderful World?
Oh,
which to me is a beautiful song, but overplayed. And I was like,
Goosebumps.
why did he pick that one? I wanted to hear the one Katie wanted to hear.
Yeah. But he did a good job.
But it was a great rendition. I know.
And I think renditions are everything. It's what you in your heart, just like you said, you wrote a song, while Steve was, winning all that money. Now he's got a Rolls Royce. But
yeah,
don't we wish? But you wrote a song. I mean,
I've written lots of songs to get it out of
your system. Yeah. And again, we can't overemphasize. I think that our country would be in better condition if we get it out of your system.
Drawing, I see it with my students. I'm not going to even allude to who it is, but a student in particular that I have right now is almost has a bad day if he or she leaves his or her drawing book at home.
Not her cell phone or his cell phone.
Not the phone.
It's his drawing book.
Has to have the little book to sketch in.
Wow.
As almost therapy and expression.
Somebody needs to really work on that with this person.
And then sports is another natural
one. Yeah.
I was just talking with some colleagues about the question was, when is not the last time, but a time that stands out where you felt accepted.
Right.
And 3 people straight said, back when I was on a soccer team, back when I was on a basketball team, it was teams.
Yeah,
I was feeling like a part of, and which can help people.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. A little inside story. I don't have a problem talking to myself. The only thing that bothers me about working on KUSI is I'm not part of the family because I don't work there. They don't pay me.
You feel like an outsider?
Kind of feel like an outsider, and it bothers me because I'm a team guy. When I worked at the car dealerships, it was parts, service, and sales. We were a team. We always had the same goal, take care of the customer. And then now that I work at KUSI for 23 years, when they have events, like they had a charity celebrity Friday night at La Hacienda for Diane, and it was a cancer event. Mm-hmm. God, I would have loved to have been invited.
No invite for the auto expert?
None. But you know what? I get it. I don't work there. I'm not an employee.
Have you ever voiced this, Dave?
I did the other day to Vince, who's my best buddy at KUSI, because if you haven't heard, folks, KUSI was sold. Mm-hmm. There's no rumor. It was sold, and it looks like Fox is going to pick up the station. They're going to bring CW into the building, and it looks like, no facts yet, they'll be able to keep the KUSI moniker, but we don't know if they're going to keep the format, which is East County laid back type mentality. We don't know. We don't know who's going to stay. We don't know who's going to have to go. It's all up in the air. So we'll have to wait and see. But I understand what you're saying. And folks, you need to instill this in your kids. Instead of having them sit in their room and be depressed, they need to find something that takes that all away.
The longer you wait, the harder it will be, because the more you feel isolated, the harder it's going to be to try to find that team, that friend, that passion. Because
you don't want to reach out.
It's scary.
Yeah, because you don't want to be turned down. You don't want anybody to say, like, for example, my wife with dogs, eat, sleeps, and drinks dogs. She's found her niche. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, we'll go to breakfast, and that's all we talk about. She'll show me a picture. Well, this dog, it's got this, it's got a pedigree, and it's got and she just goes on and on and on because that's her passion. And I love her for it. I never argue or say, will you talk about something else? Because I know she needs to do that. Yeah. Plus, we just sent 3 puppies home yesterday. Dachshunds. And the families came in, and when you see a family take a new puppy home, she just lights up like a Christmas tree.
So it's more happy for that family, not sad that the
she's never. That's funny you should say that. I've never seen her sad about a puppy leaving, even though she's so involved in them. Mm-hmm. But that's interesting. I mean, can you imagine if you had to give one of your dogs away?
No.
Yeah, well, see, but she has that ability to do it. But I think we got another litter coming. So
what, Rottweiler or?
I think Dachshund, and maybe I'm not sure. I am not sure, but I think that's this is an important topic, especially today in today's society. And you're dealing with kids that are so hooked up on social media.
Ooh, man.
Isn't it terrible?
Oh, well, there's so much drama on it, and it happens after hours, but then there'll be a knock on the principal's door first thing in the morning, the parents saying, you need to deal with this. And it's like, wait, it happened last night on the phone you gave them.
The parents are doing it?
Oh, it's just another thing added to the plate. And then even just the drama and the dynamics, they're in the same class and something was said online. And
this online stuff. Yeah, I think you should have to be 25 before you can get on social media.
Aren't there people proposing restrictions for age restrictions?
Well, look at
Montana.
Yeah, I was just going to say, look at Montana. They're talking about canceling TikTok, and the uproar. I mean, it's like we're going to take away all your food. I'm
gonna die.
But I think it's because
they don't know any better.
Well, Brendan, he's hooked on it. He's a TikToker. Aren't you a TikToker?
That's right.
Are you really?
No, he is not.
I do. I do post some here and there for sure.
Do you really?
Yeah, I know what you say about the whole, they're scanning your face, they're going to take your identity.
Well, I don't care about that because you and I don't have anything. No offense.
It's okay.
I mean, really.
I see how it is.
Unless,
I scratch your back and you scratch
you
mine.
got
Wow.
exactly. Hey, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You got a couple mil in the bank?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Do you live in La Jolla?
No.
You're gonna have a beautiful baby.
I
Yes.
am.
When's he due?
He is due August 21st.
I'm gonna have him hold for at least 11 days.
What, your birthday?
Yeah. Then guess what? If I pass away, Brendan will have me for the rest of
my
his life to stare
God.
at.
I already have the lawyer on Saturday afternoons that I work with. He said my birthday's August 23rd, so just shove him in there as long as you
Shove
can.
him.
Isn't it funny how we want your child to be born on our birthdays?
Exactly. Yeah. At least it'll make it easier to remember
Yeah.
birthdays for sure.
Yeah, well, that's true too. You already got a name?
Yep. Russell.
Oh, cute.
It's Scottish for redhead, which is what my wife is hoping for.
It's not going to be a redhead.
It's definitely not. I keep reminding her.
Where
but,
does she?
you know.
Where does that come from? Because she's a blonde.
Well, no, she's a
got
redhead.
red
Is she?
hair.
She's a redhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Russell, that's adorable.
I like any middle name.
I'm going to stick with my family tradition on my dad's side, and we're going to stick with Dale.
Oh, okay.
There, so-
You know why? Because when Russell does something wrong, Russell Dale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
for sure.
Get in
Even
this
more full, we'll go Russell Dale Thomas. And then he's like,
Ooh.
that is super serious.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's
That crosses
traumatic.
the
You
line.
can't. No, you can
That's
only use two. The book says you can only use two.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like mine's David Roy. And man, when I heard that David Roy, I knew something was not going to be good in the next 20 minutes.
My parents probably would never have done that. I tried to be a good child, but my
You
mom
are
and
a
dad.
phenomenal
tried.
child.
I
What do
tried.
you? I've talked to your mom and dad.
I really did try to be good.
Yeah. Well,
I was actually really good until I hit the teaching credential program, and then I was like the bad kid in the back corner of the classroom. I don't know what
Really?
happened to me, but they probably never said my middle name because we don't even agree on the pronunciation.
what is it?
It's spelled Leigh, and my mom says it's. Wait, I say it's. Oh, wait.
Oh, you can't.
Well, she goes, it's like sleigh. So she says lay,
Yeah.
and I say Lee, and my dad says Lee. She
No,
says
that's not
lay.
Lee. Lee is L-E-E.
Okay. To you and my mom.
And
for
where
the-
did that come from? L-E-I-G-H.
I know. It was going to be, I don't know where Lee came from.
Brittany
But it was
Lou-
going to be Louise after her aunt, and and Aunt Louise was an amazing woman. But I'm glad my middle name's not Louise.
Why not? I like
It's
Louise.
very old school.
Oh, I love old school names. Like Martha.
Yeah, that's old school.
I love Martha. And I think Russell. How many Russells do you
rad.
know?
No, I only know two.
I don't even think I know a Russell that I have to think about.
Russell used to be a dwarf car driver. That's the Russell.
Oh,
And
all right. With that, we're going to take a quick break because you are listening to Yak Radio. See, folks, you never know what we're going to talk about right here on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
the answer.
All right, folks, welcome back. You're listening to Yak Radio with Dave Stahl, FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
San Diego Gear and Axle. Good old Steve is down at the crawfish event
Oh.
downtown. My goodness, he must like crawfish. But hey, if you need differential work, two-wheel, all-wheel, four-wheel, go to sdgearaxle.com, sdgearaxle.com.
I used to play this song on the keyboard. Hear it?
Yeah. Is that easy to play?
Yes. And you go.
Oh, okay. You need to bring your keyboard in. See, now you're all fired up on getting back into music.
That was my first band. I was in a cover band. We did that.
I know.
If I may give a shout out,
Two.
my dad.
Is it his birthday?
No, even better. Oh wait, selfish. No, he took my trailer home and did a nice rattle can to it and.
Oh, the race
restained-
trailer?
Yeah, and restained the wood and put a new box on it because
The other one was
they may
falling
have
apart.
bashed it a little, and so the rust is gone. She's gonna look pretty. next week.
What color?
Black, original color.
Okay.
But it almost looks brand new. So thank you, Dad. And thank you to Mom and Dad, because on the way to the races last week, just casually, they mentioned something
What?
that I wanted to share with the listeners. They were like, man, I can't believe Lake Cuyamaca right now. It is so big.
It's full.
It is full. And so yesterday I was working on my roses,
Yeah.
and
So was
perfect time.
Totally.
And I get a call from Steve. He's like, we got to go put 50 miles on my car because it didn't pass smog. And so the guy's like, go put 50 miles on. So I go, let's go see the lake. Man, listeners, I'm telling you, Dave, Brendan.
Go see it.
It is so big right now. It's amazing. It's like a real lake.
But look at your roses, because I know you don't water them as much as the rain has done. And the flowers are, well, you just showed me a picture of it. I mean, it's massive.
That's my smallest rose bush, too.
No
that I showed
kidding.
You. But the lake is amazing. There's a new place up there. There wasn't even parking. And we had to get the car back to get it small. Get it past.
Well, you got to get that cap. You got to get that converter hot, and that's what it does. Yeah, I almost called you yesterday.
What'd you almost call me?
I almost called you, Brittany, let's go to Camp Lockett.
What was racing? What was happening?
Everything. But I just, I got into the roses.
Nah, I get it.
And I took my my new Talon Honda down to Mark Lewick.
Oh, yeah.
So he says, what do you want me to do? Dude, you are the artist. Call me when it's done.
Yes.
He says, where's your helmet? Right here. Because I want the helmet to match. So, yeah. So I can't wait to see what he's going to do. I'm not going to put the 37 on it because the 37 is on the monkey.
Makes sense.
And that's where that belongs.
Yeah. So you mentioned. Go ahead.
Your fingers are crossed.
Well, so I don't forget. You mentioned Camp Lockett.
Yes.
I'm going to just go sideways right now. This is Yak Radio. Any topic.
That's right.
Your thoughts, because you are in the animal business.
Yes.
With your lovely wife.
Yes.
Your thoughts on an animal communicator.
Who's that?
Well, I may or may not have signed up.
She's
of my dogs.
She's looking around. To get trained?
To see like a 15-minute spot with an animal communicator up at Camp Lockett. I think is where it might be. It's not through Camp Lockett.
What is it?
Like the lady sits down with Dusty Rose and tells me what she's thinking and feeling.
You say, okay, so, I get it.
Any thoughts, Brendan?
Hey, do you think people can talk to dogs?
When they say ghost whisperer,
that's
not
the
ghost
word.
I'm sorry, dog whisperer.
Dog whisper.
Excuse me.
Horse whisper.
Yeah, horse whisper. I think it's less that they're trying to talk to the animals, but they understand their behavior.
Who's the Mexican guy?
Caesar.
Yeah. Is that the most amazing guy you've seen with animals?
Truly, because he can tell by just their eyes, looking into their eyes. Okay, he's feeling afraid. He's not angry at you.
Yeah,
he's afraid. And I'm like, wow, because the eyes tell me different story entirely. And all that stuff. So.
I'm torn on this because I've watched at least 20 videos of his with this new puppy who's a handful. Dusty Rose, super mellow, easy, gets along with everything and everybody. Mikey's the opposite of Dusty Rose in every way. So I watched a lot of him, and he has the videos, and he even has a TV show.
Right.
And so I've tried some of his things. When he talks, it makes sense. But then, haters going to hate. People are like, no, they severely edit what you see on TV. And,
I don't know.
But so he's like, just calmly walk past, because Mikey's getting a little dog reactive, like to other dogs.
Yeah.
So I'm calm. I really think I am. And I'm calm, and I walk by, and then all of a sudden he goes like orca on me. Arr, arr, arr.
Yeah.
It's like a dolphin coming out of the water.
Well, that's where you got to be, because right now he's trying to be the alpha.
Right. I understand that.
And you're not an alpha person.
Well, for him, I don't know. I know what you're saying.
I know.
But in so many other situations, he treats me as if I'm the alpha. And anything, I would think Dusty Rose is at least not letting him be the alpha. Yeah. So I'm just having trouble with that.
Well, imagine this. With all the dogs that I have, they don't bark when they're in the house, when I'm in the house. Because I will tell them, stop. But Michelle can tell them 100 times, and they still bark.
That was one of the big trainings I did with Mikey, because he barked at everything all the time, nonstop. And for 2-3 weeks, we were like, oh my gosh, what did we get ourselves into?
And you don't beat on him. You just verbally tell him enough or stop.
A video I had seen, and it worked, is I would say, I got it. And I would go look out the window. He'd have to see. I'd look out I'd go outside and look. And I felt so stupid for 2 weeks. I'm like, but I'm going to do it. And it was like a light switch. After 2 weeks,
wow.
he 95% reduction in his barking. It really worked, but the first 2 weeks I felt like a fool.
Let me tell you what Michelle does, which I would never do.
Does Michelle know this? Wait, before you say it.
Oh, she knows.
Okay.
She'll have a dog barking and it won't stop barking. She'll just go out and flip the crate. with the dog in it. And it goes donk, 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 and then she leaves him upside down in the crate.
Well, then I understand
But it
that
stopped.
reasoning. Yeah, like
It stopped.
when I bark, that's what happens. I don't want that to happen.
Exactly. Well, that's how. Isn't that funny? That's how dogs are.
Yes, and so with that dog reactivity, I'm going to work with the collar she had recommended. I went and got it.
Oh yeah, that pinch collar.
But but it's kind of hidden.
See, I don't like the pinch collar.
Well, it only.
No, I know.
Really only touches in a few places, and you keep it relaxed.
So
most of the time.
we got Zephyr's doing now, which he thinks is fun.
What does he think is fun?
We open the door. Come on in, Zephyr. And he looks at you like, I don't want to come in.
Oh.
No, come in. No, come on. Come in. So I find, just ignore him. Just ignore him. Walk away, and then he has to come in because he wants to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, flip the subject. Check this out.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I know you didn't watch any Meekum auction.
No, because I get envious. Green with envy.
And you're too young, but there was a program back in the 70s called the oh shoot, I can't even think of the name of it now. Rapid Transit? No, it was by Mopar. Anyway, they made like 4 or 5 cars, show cars, and they brought one to Meekum, and it was a one owner, been in the garage forever. $2 million.
Any chance you could look it up on your phone and show me what you're talking about?
I could do that one. And I was so blown away by what that car went for. And then another one was pretty ominous. And it was, and this was really kind of cool because it was a police officer that during the day was a police officer. And at night, he raced this car and won like nobody's business. And the family just sold it. There's one for $2 million.
Oh my!
But I mean, it's all colorful. It's orange. And
so 1 of 4. I'm just in case listeners want to look it up, and it says 1 of 4 original Plymouth Rapid Transit System caravan cars.
Yeah, because they took it on a tour all across the United States.
Sold for $2.2 million. Just look that up.
Yeah, and then the other one is this one.
$2.2 million. 1970 Dodge Hemi Challenger.
All original.
The Black Ghost.
And the guy would cop during the day and illegally drag raced at night.
Cop during the day?
He was a cop during the day. And the family has owned it since new. It has an alligator vinyl top, all factory. $1,072,500.
Cop during the day. That's the best part.
I know. I was laughing. Yeah, I know. And you're right. I probably watched a good portion of Meekum. And it's just amazing what cars are going for. Just amazing. Your Mustang may be a jewel someday.
I just got a thumbs up on the way here.
See?
From someone. Yeah, as I was getting on the freeway.
What year is yours?
It's a 2000. It's nothing big, but it's in good condition.
It's in good condition, and that's why people give you a big thumbs up. Yeah. That is so funny.
Yeah, a listener just said, I just got back from the Hideout, and Lake Henshaw is full as well.
Oh yeah, Lake Henshaw. What's the one? Oh, Lake Hodges.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever been there? You ever been to Hernandez Hideaway?
So. No.
Do you like Mexican food?
Yeah, I like all food, Dave. You know that about me.
Do you like margaritas out of a hose?
Wait, that's how it would get into my mouth?
No, they'll put it in a glass. But man, I tell you what, it's the best and no cell service.
Really? That's where you bring your kids for a day trip.
And it's a little community right off the 15. The lake is massive. Yeah, I know. I love Lake Hodges. That's my little hideaway.
Oh, do you? Well, I'm just the Cuyamacas. That's where I'm going to spend this summer.
Are you?
Yeah. My summer plan is to go riding a horse with my dad. And we'll go in. The wild lilacs are in bloom right now.
Wow.
I counted 18 Corvettes. So Corvette Club must have been coming up to 79.
Well, where else would what people in cars go? Yeah. And then have you been to the pub, which is
that right up there? Yeah. Oh, have you?
Yeah, we finally went, and the food was ominous. But then if you go up Sunrise Highway, there's another restaurant up that way. I haven't been to that one yet, but everybody's saying that.
I haven't been in a long time there.
And then Majors,
is gone, isn't it?
It's back.
Oh, wait, what?
They just reopened it. Had a soft reopening last week.
Okay, explain. Like new owners, same
Yeah,
owner?
new owners. And I think it's the same people that own the CI, the Pine Valley House, and they couldn't see Majors going away, so they bought it from the old owners and they brought that back.
Is it still called Majors?
Yeah.
Is the hamburger place open across the street?
Frosties or whatever it
I
is.
forgot. I haven't been there. I'll be there going there this summer.
Well,
Usually
I was
we'd go
there
after
this
a
summer.
ride and then we would go there.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break. Why? Because we have to. It is Yak Radio with Dave Stahl and Britney Sandoval right here on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
All right, folks, welcome back to Yak Radio with Dave Stahl and Britney Sandoval on FM 96.1 AM 1170.
The answer.
John's Automotive Import Repair. Hey, he just picked up a third store right over there by the airport. You got to check him out. Napa Auto Care, ASC certified, AAA approved. John, San Diego Auto Repair.com. Now, do you know this song?
I know I never played it, but this part's really funny.
Is it on your list?
I'm not fine, but I'm not well.
Who is it? Who is it?
Harvey Danger is the name of the band. This is their
Such a
only
funny-
hit song they ever did.
One hit wonder. I would love to be a one hit wonder.
Well, you know, it's funny.
They're more
be a-
memorable than two-hit wonders, that's for sure. I can't remember any two-hit
That's so
wonders.
funny.
I don't think so.
And it-
Who's the guy on Saturday mornings on, is it 98.1 or one? I think it's 98.1 that he sounds like Casey Kasem, and he's always talking about songs, you know, and this is his one-hit wonder back in 1987.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know, but I know the Garden guys will always come in and they'll be like, so I listened to the top 5 songs this week in 1979, and then they'll reminisce, well, I was in Japan because I was deployed there, so I wasn't listening to the radio then. And then the other guy's like, well, that was when I was in the middle of my second divorce or something.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
I'm just anyway. No, but no.
Now, this is a garden show?
Yeah, they're really knowledgeable on their music. It's surprising to know what kind of people, like in any career, can even know so much about music so quickly. Like, I knew about this band back in the day, and
I
all
think
this
you're
stuff, so.
offending Britney.
Oh, no, not at all. Garden Show? Is this on the
Yeah,
station?
I think
when is it?
Isn't it Anderson?
Walter Anderson Nursery.
They followed me on KFMB. There was actually I followed them. There was those guys, me, and then Larry Pylan doing computers.
Wait, is this still going on, though, current?
Yeah, now
on
they're-
this station?
Well, there was no
Larry's not here,
not Larry,
unfortunately,
but the garden show.
yeah,
The
and
Garden Show.
Yeah, the Garden Show's still going, and then right after that is the Auto Show with Brian, who
Yeah.
is the West Automotive.
Who's he
guy.
doing it with?
He has the general manager of one of his branches, which
Okay.
I want to say it's the Miramar branch
Gotcha.
with him. And he's a really, really cool dude, too.
Yeah.
Because he actually adds a lot of info, too, that Brian sometimes can forget here and there. But
Yeah.
for the most part,
Well,
both
it's
guys
tag
work.
teaming.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. It was something that his brother Kevin did very well, too, where they tag team on a question.
Right.
and they're able to answer
Well, I
so
can't listen to him because I'm on KUSI. That's
Right, yeah,
I'm still
and we continuously talk about you.
I know.
I know that guy on the TV screen. All that.
because you're watching it.
That's right.
Can I still get to the bottom of this? When can I hear the Garden Show?
Oh yeah, Saturday morning 6 a.m.
Oh,
And you
jeez.
can
I
hear
guess
it-
I'm not going to hear. Are they on iHeartRadio?
Yes,
They're
they are.
podcasts.
Podcasts. Yeah. You can hear it both on the
And they
Answer
have
San
good
Di-
tips.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They're heard both on the Answer San Diego and our sister station K-Praise as well.
Oh, they're on K-Praise as
yep,
well?
they want to simulcast there.
Yeah,
So
they
we get
have been.
We got callers from Oregon because of the K-Praise station.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know, Descanso has a garden club, so if they're looking for in-studio guests,
Oh,
although
really?
I don't know about 6 a.m.
Yeah, most people are not.
No,
for real.
they actually partnered with them because they were advertising for a Lily show of some sort up at Descanso. So yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, all right.
So, you know, we had a power guy. I knew the title before. Power paraglide pilot. Got it.
Oh, yeah.
On Yak Radio a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Matt and his 2 girls were in here.
Right.
And it was Yak Radio, so maybe our listeners remember the powered paraglide
Right.
pilot. He just got home from Paris. He and his wife were in Paris last week.
Power gliding?
No, his work sent him there. He works for the Navy as a civilian, and they sent him, and he's like, well, hey, honey, why don't you come with me?
Sure,
Which
why
was
not?
grand idea. Like, I think he was done by Wednesday, and then they rented a car
Wow.
And I was just talking to him yesterday. They got home the day before. And he goes, every rental is a manual. He's like, I know how to drive a manual, but it's been a while, and the stop and go on a hill, he said. And he goes, everything was a manual. He goes, automatic transmissions have been around for a long time, but France has not. He just stayed within France. Has not embraced it. And then it was funny because he said I had a 6-speed. And he goes, and then after the 6th is reverse.
Right.
And he goes, oh my gosh, it took me forever to figure out how to work reverse. Because it's so close to 6th, he had to find something he had to squeeze.
You have to lift up on it, otherwise you'll put it in gear while you're going forward.
Right. He goes, I could see how somebody would do that, and
do
it's
you know
a
how
safety issue.
you combat a hill with a manual transmission?
Parking brake?
Bingo.
Yeah, I've always had this.
And that's why they have, it's not a foot parking brake, it's a hand operated one.
Yeah.
You just hold up on it.
Yes.
Of course, now they have a hill lock, so you don't have to fool
Not
with it.
in the 2000 Mustang, they don't. And I don't even use the brake. It's usually it's like a little too much
Do I
gas
smell
there.
clutch? Do I smell clutch?
But it was
Are
funny.
you on the original clutch?
I could have been. I had no problems with it. It was just Wayne Rebello. He's been in with us. He used to race out of Verona. He insisted. He's all, why do you still have this clutch? I go, it's been this tough since the day I test drove it.
Is it better now that you put it in?
No,
See?
not that much, I don't think. I didn't need a clutch, but he insisted. And in the back of my mind, I thought to myself, the clutch is 22 years old because he did it last year. I may as well because it might go soon enough. But I didn't need one.
So the key was when he pulled it out, was it all burnt?
No, I don't think so.
He would have told.
He would have told me.
If he didn't tell you, then it was fine.
Yeah. You know what he did tell me is he had to take out my seats for whatever else he was doing. He had to take out my seats. He goes, this is one of the cleanest cars. He goes, I only found like 3 French fries and a couple cents.
That's a dead giveaway right there.
I try really hard not to eat in my car.
I virtually don't eat in my car. In fact, it'll really irritate me to no end if we get in the car together and we take off and you take your shoes off and put them on the dash.
Steve, that is like, that's.
And do you know the oils in your feet will destroy that dash?
I didn't know that.
Plus, if you get in a car accident,
I know. I was thinking the visual of that.
The airbag will take your ankles and put them into your ears.
Well, I've seen this, the X-ray of the hips, I think. Yeah, that was flashed in my eye when you started talking, or my head.
In fact, I can't stand it even in an airplane. Like if you sit in the very front seats, people put their feet up on the wall.
You know they don't clean it.
No, but I, come on. And then my other pet peeve is when people eat and their fork is upside down when they put food in their mouth. I want to go over and smack them.
I don't do that, but that's funny that, like at a different table, somebody you don't know at a different table, you can't just not look that direction.
But I want to go yell at them.
Because...
But you know why? That's European /
Yeah, it is European. Yeah. It is upside down.
So that just tells me they're stupid.
Oh,
you're supposed to eat with the
Dave's
fork turned around. Oh my God,
David.
But it's always bothered me. Not because I'm old. It's called etiquette.
My poor father, it's interesting when he holds a utensil because he broke his wrist so many times. He can't just naturally twist his wrist.
That's a little different.
So it'd be a shame if he was at a different table and it was ticking you off.
Well, look at the Food Network. When the judges, they'll take the forks upside down and put the food.
They're trying to be Euro.
No, stop it.
Oh, speaking of Euro and food, the same gentleman who talked about the cars.
Yeah.
I asked him, would you go back again? And he goes, I think he was trying to, he had a good time, but there are so many other places to go.
So many.
But the one thing he went on and on and on and on and on, the food. He goes, the food was amazing and it was high end for $50. That's what he liked. We'd easily pay $100 over here for what they got for $50.
You know me. I'm not.
You don't want to go to Europe.
No, I have no desire. Yeah. The only reason I'd go to Europe is if I was going to car manufacturers.
I know. Ducati manufacturers.
Ferrari, Maserati, Porsche. I mean.
Does that interest you enough that, hey, I should be pushing you? Like, do it.
No, it's too much money.
All right.
But, Yeah, and have you ever been to Mr. A's?
He up top. I've been once, I think.
How long ago?
Is it long, like 20 years ago?
Well, one of the waiters bought it from the original owner, Alicio.
How long ago? Is this a recent thing?
Last year.
Oh, okay, a recent thing.
Closed down for 3 months and a complete remodel. It's got the most beautiful new outdoor bar that overlooks the all the buildings downtown. But man, is it expensive! Oh, another one too that you and Steve ought to go to is Viejas to the Grove. The Grove. It's a high-end restaurant in the casino.
All right.
Very nice.
I love the one at Hamul Casino. That's my favorite steakhouse right
See,
now.
I haven't been to that one.
3 for 3. In fact, my mother has recently said, I hope you want to go there for your birthday again.
You ought to try the Grove in Viejas.
Grove at Viejas. I was trying to visualize where it is in the casino. I've been to the buffet pre-COVID.
Yeah, this isn't. This is tucked in over in the corner, back in the back.
Well, the buffet was all you could drink as well.
All you could drink?
Yes.
So you don't remember any
Oh my
of it.
gosh, I remember being handed 2 glasses. I only drink 1 glass of wine total.
Right.
And she handed me 2 glasses of wine.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to pace myself on that.
Right.
Wow.
Drink water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way that normally works.
Yeah.
All right.
So Mr. A's is still open. That's good news.
Yes,
I've always thought of that as high end.
And I was talking to the waiter that we had, and my cousin's Jeff says, well, how long have you been here? 42 years. That's the only job he's ever had.
Oh, he must like it.
Well, yeah, and he knows everybody. And he's got the menu down.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So, but no, we always have it. In fact, I think we're going back to the Grove Monday. I got a call from Jeff. He said, let's go to the Grove Monday night.
Steakhouse?
Yeah.
Right on.
Okie dokie. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but don't worry. Come back. We're going to do You Ought to Know right here on FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The Answer.
This program is sponsored by Dave Stahl.